You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, GH fans. Well, Lucky Spencer just found out his liver didn't pass the test to save his little sister Lulu Spencer's life. But we know she's not going to die, so that means there's a twist coming. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's dive into who is going to save Lulu's life with the liver transplant she so desperately needs. As you probably know, right at this moment on General Hospital, Lulu only needs about 1/3 of somebody's liver. It can come from a live donor. So Anna and Jason risked life and limb to bring Lucky home, and everybody was so excited when he was a match. But I've been saying here for a while, it wasn't going to be that easy. The first step was for Lulu and Lucky to be tested as a donor match, and he was. But the second step was that Lucky's liver had to have a good enzyme test. Just like Nicholas Cassadine's liver wouldn't work because his enzymes weren't good enough on that same test, the exact same thing just happened with Lucky Spencer. I'm sure we're going to find out more, but I was really worried from the moment that Sidwell's guys brutally beat Lucky from head to toe, doing a lot of damage to his torso, that it was going to come out that way. Now, I'm no doctor, but I do know how to use the Google, and I just checked it out to be certain. And yes, a severe beating can cause serious liver damage. Blunt force trauma, the kind you get from a beatdown like Lucky got with fists and kicks to his torso, can impair liver function, leave scarring, and absolutely make you ineligible as a donor. Now, if Lulu had the luxury of time, they could wait for Lucky's liver to heal, because the liver is an amazing organ and it does heal. That's why you can cut 1/3 of it off, donate it, and it regrows in your body. And then that 1/3 grows and heals the person who got the donation's body. However, according to Dr. Portia Robinson, Lulu's time is almost up. If there is nobody that's a match for a live donor now that Lucky has failed, then Lulu's health is going to keep declining until she needs a full and total liver transplant, or she's going to die. And given that they recast the role with actress Alexa Havins, obviously Lulu is going to survive this ordeal. That means somebody's going to die so that she can live. And of course, General Hospital could have some random extra die in a car crash or collateral damage in some mob shooting or something, but that's not going to happen. If you think about the other times that GH has done donor storylines, it is always someone they know, generally someone very close to them or close to a member of the family. Like with Jocelyn Jacks as a baby. They killed off little Jake Weber so he could donate his kidney to Jocelyn. If you remember, his granddad, Luke Spencer, hit him with a car. Jake died. It was the saddest and most touching storyline. I was crying buckets when it happened, and that donation saved Jocelyn's life. That was in 2011. Then 4 years later, the new writers decided to do a retcon. That's when they changed the past to make it fit a new storyline in the present. It stands for retroactive continuity. Not that I wanted Jake to stay dead, but it kind of ruined what was this amazing yet tragic storyline. Ron Carlivati wrote Jake's death story when he was the head writer, and then the now retired duo that did some really terrible storylines, Shelley Altman and Gene Passanante, dug up the kid and undid that whole story. They altered it so Nell Benson's dad sold a kidney to Jasper Jacks to save his daughter Jocelyn's life, which resurrected Jake and at the same time demonized Jacks. So further back, let's go back 7 years before that, 2004. Christina Corinthos had leukemia, and Sam McCall's daughter, Lila, that she was pregnant with, who was also Sonny's daughter, was stillborn, and they used her cord blood to save Christina's life. Another really tragic storyline. And don't forget the saddest one of all, when Bobby Spencer and Tony Jones' daughter, BJ Jones, died back in 1994. Her heart saved her cousin Maxie Jones' life. Another very tragic death. So yeah, GH could kill off somebody random and give their liver to save Lulu, but that's not tragic, and that's not how they do things. I mean, Brad Cooper just came back and his only friend, Britt Westbourne, is dead thanks to crazy Heather Weber. So yeah, they could kill Brad and give Lulu his liver. I personally wouldn't mind seeing someone like Cyrus Renault kick the bucket, yank out his liver to save his niece. I mean, that would be the most poetic solution because he's the one who put Lulu into the coma that is killing her. But in terms of real life medical stuff, Cyrus is too old to be a liver donor. Usually the maximum age is 60. The actor's 70. The character's about the same age. And I'm actually racking my brain to try and recall if Cyrus was tested. Drop a comment if you remember if they said he was. It's not coming up in my brain, but let's be real. At this point, it's got to be Sam McCall, right? She filmed her final scene on Friday, September 27th. So that means her last episode should air in November Sweeps, which kicks off later this month. That's when we see the last of Kelly Monaco. And with Lucky just finding out he can't donate, the timing is perfect. Even if Lulu hasn't degenerated to the point of needing a whole liver, when Sam dies, if she's a match, they would just give her the whole organ, which would be a better solution for her condition anyway. And I seem to remember both Dante and Sam talking about getting tested to see if they were a match, but then there was all the excitement around them going to get Lucky, and I just don't recall them mentioning whether they were a match or weren't a match. I don't think they ever said they weren't, but Laura, Carly, Dante, and everybody was all counting on Lucky's liver to save Lulu's life. And I've said here for a while, I thought it was going to be Sam, and now I'm even more certain for two reasons. First reason, Kelly Monaco's exit as Sam coincides with Lulu losing her last shot at a family donor. Second, it would be so sad for Dante to lose Sam but regain Lulu. It's the ultimate soapy twist, swapping one love for another. And these donor things on GH are always like that. Jason's biological son, Jake, saves the life of his best friend, Carly's daughter, Jocelyn. That was the truth of it, even if they undid it later. Sonny lost one daughter, Lila, to save his other daughter, Christina. And of course, Tony Jones lost his daughter, BJ, which saved the life of Maxie Jones, daughter of Tony's brother, Frisco Jones. These things are always closely linked, and it doesn't get much closer emotionally than Dante losing one woman he loves to save the life of another woman he loves. And it also closes the door on Kelly Monaco coming back as Sam. And if you recall, I said it here recently in some comments that she made online. I'll try to remember to drop the video at the end of this one. But Kelly Monaco said her firing was retaliation from the powers that be at the ABC soap opera. Retaliation. And killing her in such a way that no comeback for Sam is possible would be the ultimate retaliation. And that was the word Kelly Monaco used. So get your Kleenex ready because it's about to get really sad about Sam. And when Lulu wakes up, we are not even going to have Emmy Ryland or Julie Berman playing Lulu as a consolation prize.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.